Hey everyone, Tax Telegraph here. Going to do the tax Twitter review for September 26, 2022. And we have a good tweet here. It's by none other than yours truly. And we're talking about one of the hot topics of the century, it seems like, when it comes to taxes. And that is S corporations. So let's read this tweet. It's actually a poll. It's not really a tweet, but it created some great content and things to think about. So, all right, let's get with it. Do you recommend S Corp elections to single member LLCs with no employees slash contractors? There's an argument that because no one else is providing services, then 100% of the net income should go to wages. Okay, so we have about 70% saying yes, and that's been hovering there since I started the poll. There's still 15 hours left, and I imagine it'll stick there. Stick around 70% yes, 30% no. And so this is interesting because there's 70%. This isn't like a sure thing. There's lots of things in the tax code, in the tax world, that are sure things. Like certain things are not deductible. Certain things are taxable. When you have something like a 70-30 split, that's something to think about, because that just means that there is some gray area, in my opinion, for S corps and officer compensation. They call it lots of different things: officer compensation, reasonable compensation. So when you have an S corporation, and you 100% own it, and you're the only one providing only person working in the business, and it's a service-based business, well, you theoretically should pay yourself 100% of your wages of what, of your net income, of what stays left over after all the expenses. That makes sense, but then that would completely negate the benefits of an S corporation. The primary benefit of an S corporation is savings on self-employment tax. Now there's other factors like QBI optimization. Now there's the pass-through entity tax credit as well. So there's other things because of the TCJA tax changes a few years, 4 years ago or so, that S corps have kind of evolved with why people elect them. But anyways, so a lot of responses in here below the poll, and it goes over. People are saying, explaining, okay, this is why it's yes, this is why it's no. Some people are saying that there's court cases that say the IRS says they'll argue 100% of the time that should absolutely be 100% of the wages. But I don't know if there is a court case that kind of goes over this situation. So definitely a big gray area, in my opinion, with S corporations and reasonable compensation. The thing is, S corps aren't really audited. There's a very low audit rate for these. I think they're easy pickings for the IRS. If someone's not paying any officer compensation, well, audit them. And taking a ton of distributions, clearly they're doing something wrong. They're not paying themselves anything, and so they're avoiding payroll tax on that. But okay, let's look at the responses real quick. So a lot of people are saying to do a reasonable compensation, not for 100% of the net income. There was one tweet that blew my mind because I did not know about this, about Tennessee S corps. So Rachel doesn't recommend them because of the Tennessee law saying an S corp that doesn't zero out the profit with wages gets hit with Tennessee excise tax and income tax. No income tax for individuals here. And that's just like blowing my mind because I would have never known this. And this is kind of important if you have any clients in Tennessee. If you're out of state and you got Tennessee clients, this is something to think about. And this is why I try to stick with only Texas, because we don't have to mess with stuff like that. We have a franchise tax, but it's nothing like this Tennessee law right there. Don't mess. Yeah, states suck. I'll just say that. States, yeah, states are no fun. But yeah, there were a lot of it depends answers, and I wish accountants would just get over it. Just get over that answer. It depends answers for once. Depends. Uh, where else is it? Depends. There's more, but it made me do a meme about it. And I've done a meme before about this, but y- I'm asking a yes or no question, guys. It, guys and girls. There is no. It depends in this situation if you would recommend an S corp for this situation, or you wouldn't. You either would or you wouldn't. I know there's variables, but just ignore that. You either would or you wouldn't. Okay. All right. That's like today was like the closest time I've been. Today was like the closest I've ever been to like snapping, and you can tell like in my responses that I was being a little bit snippy. I was being snippy with some people just because. Uh, so yes, it depends. It depends. Just because you can answer yes to this, people. All right. Okay. That's all I got for today. Fun stuff about S corps. Uh, gotta love them. Have a good one.